on Crimson City? My name is Crimson CBAD, bringing you guys another Showdown live. Today we are running it back in the OU tier. We got a team here that
I stole from Pokemon profile page because it's a public page and can't do nothing about it.
and it is from someone known as Majin Yoshi, and it does feature a pretty solid team here. We've got Banded Hoopa Unbound, Core Attacks, Hyperspace Fury, Gunshot, Fire Punch, Knockoff. We have, I guess I can get rid of these nicknames while we're at it too, since I just imported it. We have Spadef Ferrothorn here with Power Whip, Leech Sheep, Protect, and Stealth Rocks. We have Scarf Keldeo with Scald, Hydro Pump, Secret Sword, and Stone Edge, which is really cool for catching Pokemon like Volcarona off guard. We have Megalotti here, Psychic, Earthquake, Roost, and Draco Meteor. We've got another Mix Attacker here along with Keldeo Resolute. We have the defensive Zapdos with Discharge, Heat Wave, Roost, and Defog, Leftovers, and Static. And then last but not least, we do have Rocky MZ Double Dance Lando with Earthquake and Stone Edge here. So very interesting to see a Rocky MZ, Lando said, in my opinion, as opposed to Fly Z. But, you know, he did say that he got number 2 on the ladder of this. So we're going to give it a shot. If you guys are enjoying these Showdown Lives, be sure to leave a like on the video. Stall right out the gate. I don't know if I can break. Actually, Hoopa Unbound really just murders this team. 100% just murders, if I'm being completely honest. I like leading off with Ferrothorn because that will bait out Sableye, and then he's going to go for like a Will-O-Wisp or something. And I want to go out in a Zapdos on that. Goes to the knockoff. Wow, I could have just done that. Oh, cool. We get the paralysis. Awesome. I will take that. And I'm just going to start clicking. Actually, I'm going to Roost here really quickly. Actually, if I were him, what would I go into? I would go into Chansey, perhaps. So I'm going to double out in a Hoopa Unbound here, because he does double out in a Chansey. Sylveon's a great switch. Nothing really screams Hyperspace Fury aside from Sylveon. I love Banded Knockoff right now, but I also want to be aggressive and click Gunk Shot, as he stays in with that, as I could have just banded that. So he actually clicks Toxic. All right, cool. So knows I'm going for Gunk Shot. Doesn't have too good of a switch into this, especially since even with the Eviolite it did half. I have no reason not to double out into Ferrothorn here, or go out into Ferrothorn here on the Tangrowth. Gunk Shot, really? Tangrowth, really? Mega Sableye can come out, and I'm okay doubling out into Hoopa on this, because even if you protect, I click Banded Hyperspace Fury. Yeah, you're paralyzed and can't move. That's going to hurt a lot. So he gets a defense trap. I'm going to take a little bit more poison damage. The Sylveon can come in here, so I'm going to go out into... What punishes that? I don't think anything really punishes that, unless I go on to Landorus here. I've got no reason not to toss off another Hyperspace Fury. If he protects, I mean, what's he gonna do? Or if he tries to go for that, I mean, we'll also get some damage off on Sylveon and force him to go for a Wish, which can give us Infero. I like that. Goes Tangrowth, actually. So are you Rocky Helmet Tangrowth? You take half to that. No, you're Leftovers Tangrowth. Okay, so I'm still just racking up poison damage here. I'm gonna go out to my own Ferrothorn here. He goes for the Protect. Okay, it would have gone through Protect. I don't get it. I don't get it, especially with that. I'm gonna go out to Landorus here because I don't want to allow in Mega Sableye. And we've seen Knockoff. I assume Protect as well. I am going to Continental Crush right here as Slowbro comes out. That was a really solid play on my opponent's part. I will give him that. That is... Oh, and that's going to be Mega Slowbro too. And I have Toxic on nothing. So I think I go hard Hoopa Unbound and click Banded Hyperspace Fury. Is that the play? That's the play, yeah. I got to get rid of this Sableye here really quickly. Goes out in a Rotom Wash, actually. Okay. You don't appreciate Banded Hyperspace Fury. Or I can just start going for knockoffs. Oh, he Volt Switch. Are you Scarf Rotom? You're naturally fast to me, though. You're not Scarf Rotom. Okay. Banded Hyperspace Fury is going to hurt something. Sylveon's your really only safe switch into this. It's not a switch in. Slowbro's gone. So my moves are pretty free. Rotom can definitely come in right now. Or either of any of his protecting mounts can come in right now. I want to keep Hoopa in the back. Alright, so yeah, Rotom Wash comes out. I am going to go... Pharaoh's a pretty solid mid-ground on the Hydro Pump. And then what keeps Mega Sableye from doing its thing? I think I go Latios here on the Mega Sableye. Yep. Because that does give me a free Mega into Draco. And if he protects or goes Chansey, are you Wish Chansey? That's what's going to be unfortunate here. So I'm going to drop another Draco here. We get the crit. That is huge. No Wish passing from Chansey. I'm 100% okay with that. Sylveon comes out. That's not ever what you want to see. So I have Ferrothorn. The Wish is going to come up. I am going to Power Whip the Mega Sableye coming in. Oh, we missed. All right, that's fair. That's fair. That is absolutely 100% fair. Knockoff can come off and remove my leftovers. Landorus is fine. Do you have Will-O-Wisp? You probably have Will-O-Wisp. You don't get a Will-O-Wisp buff. I can pretty freely Swords Dance. Especially because that happens. So now I get a +2 Earthquake off. And he forfeits. Awesome. Hex on our side. We get a win. I love the team already. Let's find another match. Banded Hoop Unbound really has no switch-ins. And then we get Mono Dragon plus Scizor. So, I did not IO next. All right. So, looking at his team, I do love Ferrothorn lead for rocks. However, 5 out of his 6 Pokemon all get Dragon coverage. Landorus is great because lead Lando might suggest rocks as Scarf Hydreigon comes out. Scarf Hydreigon can Dragon Stab is pretty free. I actually need to keep Ferrothorn pretty alive right here as the Hidden Power Ice comes out. HP Ice from that. Okay. I'm gonna go for my rocks on Scizor. That's fine. And now I do get in Zapdos pretty freely. As the defog comes off, I'm absolutely okay with that. You can double back out into any of your dragons on this. So I'm just going to double back out into Ferrothorn. Or I'm going to go back out into Ferrothorn on the Goodra. This lets off a Fire Blast, which Latios shrugs off pretty wholeheartedly. And it's actually Flamethrower as well. That's a lot of damage. Snag's a burn, so I can't be toxic. That's pretty cool, though. I am faster, but I don't want to take a Draco. So what I will do is I'll switch back into Ferrothorn here on the Draco Meteor. That way we do get that. I would anticipate Sap Sipper on this. I will go for a Leech Seed on what I would assume to be Scizor coming out. That's fine. So we do get our leftovers, and we are back up at full. Cutting a little chip on Scizor. I will go for my rocks in the anticipation. With Defog, you don't have superpower. So he's going to get the Iron Barbs up. Or he's going to take Iron Barbs damage, excuse me. We'll be able to go for our Stealth Rock here. I would love to break Dragonite's multi-scale, as seen here. And I would love to also do half the Charizard. So I'm going to go for another Leech Seed here, as he just goes for a Dragon Dance. I do have the Protect. I don't think anything he can go for can knock me out. So I do want to go for that. I don't want to... If he goes for another Dragon Dance, that's unfortunate. I really, really like this Pokemon around. I'm going to go out into Zapdos here. While it does have some utility, I do need it to get a Static Paralysis, which it does not. We've seen Dragon Dance, Fire Punch. I'm going to Roost. Oh, and then, yeah, Outrage is pretty free right now. Outrage is outrageously free right now. It's interesting. It's interesting here. +1 Outrage is going to hurt. I'm going to go out into Lando. Switch back out into Ferrothorn here. He's going to take some Iron Barbs, and he's going to take some Leech Seed. We have seen the Fire Punch. That does so much damage. And you are still locked in. So Outrage is another 41%. I can Protect. I'm going to Protect here. So that way the Outrage ends right there. Obviously, he's received max turns. He does get confused. I'll get a little bit of leftovers and the Leech Seed, which is fine by me. We do know a Fire Punch is coming off, so I'm going to go out into Landorus here and bring him back down to neutral attack. And Dragonite did hurt itself in confusion. And Leech Seed is actually going to finish off the Dragonite. So Ferrothorn picking up a KO. I'll take that. I will take that. Scizor comes out. Scizor's going to go for Defog. I don't believe my... I don't believe my Z would knock that out. Did it just not get any information from there? On Auto Crush is 49 to 58. I could burn it here. And how much is the Earthquake doing? 41 to 49. I'm just gonna 2-hit KO with Earthquake. We can still get up rocks again. Right here, though, I do want to 27 to 32. I'm gonna go for Stone Edge here. Yep, Hydreigon's gonna come in. We're gonna connect that Stone Edge and do a big chunk off on there. There is a very, very good chance that a Flamethrower or Fire Blast comes out here as I go into Ferrothorn. That is a risk I have to take as he does miss the Draco Meteor. Part of me wants to assume that that is Specs Hydreigon. However, with that damage on Scizor, I'm gonna go for another Leech Seed. Because that does give us recovery. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So I would highly anticipate a Roost to come off right here, which is super unfortunate. I don't expect him to U-turn, which does give me a free switch into Hoopa. However, with that, I think I will go Landorus on the Roost. I could have gotten on my rocks and forced a Defog, but I will go on ahead and Swords Dance here as he just goes for the U-turn. So that does force him into Hydreigon, and that does force him to either go for HP Ice or Draco. I don't think he can realistically. Actually, I think Rock Polish right there would have almost won me the game. Depending on it, would have put me in a much better spot than clicking Swords Dance. I will go on to Ferrothorn on what I anticipate to be the HP Ice. And then I will go on ahead and just get my rocks up as Goodra comes out. So if this is Sap Sipper Goodra, that was a good play by my opponent. I don't want a Flamethrower to come out. I'm going to protect and see what he wants to go for. I anticipate this to be a Assault Vest Goodra as Flamethrower comes out. And then one of the things we can do here is switch out into Hoopa. That Draco's going to hurt us a lot, obviously. However, this does give us a little bit of an opening to just click Banded Hyperspace Fury, excuse me. Banded Hyperspace Fury does 100. I'm assuming Mega Zard. There's a lot of possibilities here. I've got no reason not to click Knockoff. Obviously, if this is defensive Chomp with Rocky Helmet. Yep, that is Rocky Helmet. We are going to get rid of the Rocky Helmet. We are still faster than Goodra. I want to save this, and I am going to go out into my own Landorus there, and a Toxic might come off. He might go for his own rocks here just to pressure my Hoopa, which is definitely something he can do. I'm going to Rock Polish in front of this thing as the Roar comes out. Okay, so Keldeo Resolute. I actually like that a lot because I don't see many Secret Sword switches on your side, and I do force him a little bit out right there. That crit was pretty big, so I will go on ahead and get rid of that Garchomp. The Hoopa Unbound is looking pretty nice. The Hydreigon can come out. I regret to inform you that I too am Scarf Keldeo as opposed to your Scarf Hydreigon, and we're gonna be able to take that thing out. Scizor can come out here. Charizard comes out. Okay, so I still have you. I'm gonna go Lottie because if this is Megazard, I'd anticipate this to be Megazard X. Okay, so here's where this gets me. I Mega Evolve. I Mega Evolve and click Earthquake. Dragon Claw is going to do that. Okay, so I have here a Landorus, which will bring him down to neutral. He can attack, or I can go into Keldeo. Scarf Keldeo. How do I want to play this? None of my moves carried over. That's interesting. Stone Edge, Hasty, 34 to 40. What's Hydro Pump doing? 68 to 81. Scald is doing 49 to 58. And then what is he doing to Landorus in return here? Flare Blitz is 67 to 79. I'll be out of range, but that does put me in Bullet Punch range. I need to go Keldeo, and I need to hit a Hydro Pump. I don't want to risk it. I'm going to go Scald. I'm going to click Scald here. I'm going to hope. I'm going to cross my fingers and my toesies. And my legsies and my kneesies as Goodra comes out. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we still do have the, that in the background. he can come back in with Scizor and Defog pretty freely. I actually like the idea of going Ferrothorn here on a Draco Meteor. What would you have for Keldeo? Power Whip? Are you mixed? Anticipates Flamethrower right out of the bag. Great play. Great play. So, on the off chance that I can live a hit, I'm going to Protect. Flamethrower is going to knock me out. Goes for... has Focus Blast as well. That's incredible. I am going to... I'm just going to Leech Seed. I'm just going to make that play. Nope. Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. I am thinking I can go into Landorus Therian. And I can Z-move this Goodra for all of the money. All the money. All the money right here. 74 to 87. I think that's a risk I need to take with Landorus. Provided you are max HP. I think that's a risk I do need to take. Alright, cool. I don't believe that crit mattered unless he was defensive investment. However, this does let me set up with Landorus, as I now can go for the Rock Polish, as he probably defogs for his Charizard. Yep, there it is. Okay, so Rock Polish did win me that game. My opponent ends up forfeiting, and that's going to be 2. That's 2 with this team. I'm liking the way this is headed right now. I really, really like this team. I think the idea that we haven't revealed... A mixed Keldeo is pretty interesting. All right, this team. This team is looking like some fire. I like this team. That looks like Munium Z, if I've ever seen it. Actually, I don't even know that'd be Munium Z. That's a team right there. Scarf Keldeo looks like a great lead for his Greninja. Because I click Secret Sword on you if you don't anticipate me to be Scarf. Because you're like, oh, I'm Specs. I'll click U-turn against your Keldeo. Nope. I'm going to click Specs Secret Sword. And I'm going to claim one right now. That's not Battle Bonds. That's Protean Gren. So he could be Scarf with U-turn. He very, very well could be. He is Scarf with U-turn. Okay, so we know that much. Now, his options of switch-ins include Mew, or the other 2 Psychic-type Pokemon on his team. I'd almost anticipate with the amount of Psychic-type Pokemon with the Psychic Terrain that on Greninja he'd have like extra sensory or something. But the Tapu Lele is in, the Tapu Lele is here. This is an unfortunate set of events in which I have to go Ferrothorn, and then I have to hope he doesn't click HP Fire like he does right here. Okay, so I'm going to burn another turn of your terrain. Actually, wow, really? Really? I'm gonna Leech Seed. Or he crits me. Okay, the amount of luck I've had today, I'm gonna have to give it to him here. I guess I'm gonna click Rock Polish and try to go for turn 1. Like, right now. Oh, that's huge. You're getting crushed, bub. Yeah, your ground immunity. Okay. Are you Protean with Water Shuriken? No? Do I win? Wow. Did not think that was gonna happen. Let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. We're 3-0 right now. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. Okay, I say every team that I come up across is really interesting. This team is actually really interesting. Their lead is Skarmory, I'd anticipate. Skarmory or Clef. I like having my own rocks up. Very, very nicely. I would anticipate that to be Unaware Clef on this team. I do like having my own rocks up. So I will get my rocks up. You're Inferno Overdrive for Fable. Wow, and I lived on 2. Incredible. Incredible. We're just out here burning turns immediately. Crazy. What do you have? Moonblast comes off. That's fine. I don't want the smoke. I'm going to go out into my Zapdos. as the flamethrower comes out. So you're Fire MZ flamethrower. That's absolutely wild. So I feel like you just go Gastrodon here. So I'm going to double into Ferrothorn. You Calm Mind. Monster. You monster. You have Ice Beam? I feel like you would have went for it right there. I'm gonna Swords Dance. Probably issue Ice Beam. Boom Blast. Okay. I feel like I can truly just click Earthquake here. Like, I have Rocks up if I need to. Wow. You can't be offensive. I'm going to assume you're not offensive. Yeah, Earthquake's knocking you out. Slacking comes in. Okay. Slacking's not taking that. Are you Scarf? Yeah, you're Scarf. You're Scarf. Okay. So, play to make here is to... I'm going to go Lottie and get my Mega off, actually. I'm going to go Lottie here and get my Mega. Wait, were you not Scarf? What is Slacking? Speed. Wow, you were... Okay, maybe Living Scarf. Okay, well, that's my mistake. That is my mistake 100%. So, you come out. Because I go Zapdos. You defog, that's fine. I click Heat Wave. Your Gastrodon's an issue, I suppose. That's fine. I can go Hoopa. And just start clicking moves. Because I'm not seeing too many... I'm not seeing too many Hyperspace Fury switch-ins. If I'm a man, I click Dunk Shot on the Clefable. Skarmory. Shoot. Fire Punch would have been the man's play there. I tried. I don't want to take more damage than I already am because this is probably Rocky Helmet. I'm going to defog in the Skarmory's face. I've got no reason not to as Gastrodon comes back out. I can go Hoopa again. Just click Hyperspace Fury because I assume he wants to put my Zapdos on a timer. That's what I think because Zapdos helps out with the Metachamps. Zapdos helps out with the Raikou. Skull just comes off. That's going to hurt. I'm going to click Banded Hyperspace Fury now. As the Clefable comes out. Great. Awesome. Are you, like, what's your last move? I'm going to click it again. Because, like, I feel like you Calm Mind. Yep, there it is. All right, cool. So I'm going to click another Hyperspace Fury. Clefable's gone at the extent of my Hoopa. So what does that leave me with? Literally no way to beat. I'm going to go on ahead and forfeit this for the sake of the live. Truly, I don't see a way of breaking through Gastrodon without that. Because Ferrothorn's gone. I have no power. I have no way to power that thing. So that's what I get out of that. This here is another team that I like. Kartana, Landorus, Mimikyu. There's a lot on his team I do like. There's a lot of in his team that scares me. Just absolutely scares me. I'm going to lead Keldeo because if he does lead Landorus Therian and he's Scarf and tries to get off a U-turn, I will click Hydro Pump here and knock it out. He's going to go Tapu Fini, probably toss off a Moonblast or a Nature's Madness, which is fine by me. Because that invites in Zapdos, and he does not have any Pokemon that like switching in on Zapdos. That's offensive as heck. Oh boy. Alright, you're one of these things, aren't you? You are one of these things. I'm going to Roost and then go Ferrothorn. Because the Hydro Pump's going to come out. That's going to do so much damage. If you're just Calm Mind 3 attack, I'm going to scout for it. Here's a Moonblast. Okay, cool. I'm going to Leech Seed the Blacephalon coming in. Thank you. Now, Calm Mind's a thing. Hoopa's a pretty good switch in my opinion. Hoopa's a pretty good switch in my opinion. If he's Ghost. I'm actually just going to go Keldeo. On the Flamethrower. Okay, cool. So Hoopa would have been a great switch into. But if he's Scarf Blacephalon, what I want to do here is I want to click Stone Edge on the Tapu Fini coming in for a bit more damage than Scald or Hydro Pump would net me. That does 18, which is fine by me because this does give me what does this give me here? This does give me my Ferrothorn back in. as the Moonblast comes off. This right now, what I want to do is I do want to get up my Stealth Rocks as the Blacephalon comes in. So we saw now originally that he was going to go for a Flamethrower. So what I want to do right now is I want to protect the Scout, see if he is Z-Blacephalon or how he wants to handle this. So he does just go for that. I do have a Latios here if he is not Scarf like I'd anticipate him to be. What I can do right now is I don't see many Psychic switch-ins. Truthfully, Tapu Fini does come out. Fine by me. I'm going to take Rocks damage. We still haven't seen an item on Tapu Fini. So Psychic is actually just going to pick up the KO here, which is pretty nice. Scizor does come in. That does invite him in. However, I have a Ferrothorn right here that's a full HP. A U-turn can come off from Mega Scizor, but just goes for the SD. I will just protect on what I would... okay. I will Leech Seed right here, and now I will protect on what I would assume to be a superpower. X-Scissor actually comes out. That's a pretty interesting play. I can pivot between Landorus and the Ferrothorn pretty freely, I feel like.
Do you remember when I said pretty freely? I lied. I lied right to your face.
So Zapdos comes in, and I click Heat Wave. That's going to do a lot of damage. You do snag a Paralysis on here, so Heat Wave's going to be able to pick up the KO. This invites in a Mimikyu, which I will roost on this Mimikyu. I know it will set up in my face, but I do want to keep Zapdos as optimal as possible for this Pokemon. I also want to keep it around for the Kartana, so I will get off one Discharge on the next Swords Dance and hopefully snag a Paralysis. So I'll break the Disguise. If there were any rocks, that's unfortunate. I will switch out of my Ferrothorn on the Let's Snuggle Forever. That is going to hurt. That is a +4 that is a +4 Fairy type move. However, this does... Part of me thinks he'd go for a Swords Dance here, anticipating me to protect for the extra recovery, but he does just click Drain Punch, which is fine by me. The issue that I have here is that this is a +3, or excuse me, a +4 Mimikyu that I need to just constantly click Discharge against. Because the Play Rough does come out, that's going to do a ton of damage. We snag no Paralysis in either attempt. However, we do snag the Paralysis there, which is pretty nice. The Shadow Sneak is a move that he can lock himself into. Is that Scarf Blacephalon and then Swords Dance Kartana? I am going to click Roost there in the attempt. The Shadow Sneak was coming out either way. Hoopa Unbound seems like a pretty fair switch-in. I'm curious here. Hoopa Unbounds Fire Punch to Blacephalon. Choice Scarf. 48 to 56. Be at 51. I'm gonna go out into Hoopa here. I feel like Hoopa is my best play to just click Fire Punch against this thing. We are able to knock it out. That doesn't invite in Kartana. That does invite in Blacephalon. Again, we've seen the Z from the Mimikyu come out, so I would anticipate this. You banded Kartana. Ooh, you are banded Kartana indeed. So, I'm gonna click Fire Punch. If you're not banded, oh my goodness, that was scary. Okay, so we do have a Specs Blacephalon here, however, or Scarf Blacephalon here, however, I do have a Scarf Keldeo in the back. Shadow Ball is gonna come off. What is my play here? I do believe my play here is to go out into Keldeo. I don't see any reason why I should not click Scald. Yeah, that's my play here 100%. I'm gonna go ahead and click Scald. And that is going to be it. So we ended up going 3-1. We even faced a stall team. Where do we end up on the ladder in this match? I will take that to the bang bag. End up 15-16 on the ladder. So I really do like this team. Again, shout out to, who was it? Majin Yoshi for the team. That was absolutely incredible. I think there's a lot of key players here. I truthfully feel like Landorus Therian putting a lot of work here catching that off guard. So Lando steals the thumbnail for the day. I do want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below what other teams you want to see me use. Obviously, I do like dabbling in the tiers, so if you guys have a team you guys want to see me use or see me build around a Pokemon or something like that, let me know. Of course, if you've enjoyed, feel free to leave a like. Follow me on all social medias, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. And as always, I would love to remind you guys to be great and do great. I'm going to let this outro bang. I'm going to talk to you all soon. Later.